Nice look at the cloudy Pacific Ocean as we continue our journey south here on the Norwegian Bliss down to our last port, Victoria, Canada. We'll be stopping in British Columbia for just a few hours today, and sadly enough, this is our last full day at sea here. So another look at the mighty Pacific Ocean out there, and pretty lazy day, honestly. Sam got our room pretty much packed up and ready to go. Be wheeling these to the airport tomorrow. So yeah, sad day for sure. Gotta go back to work in just a few days, but we're excited to go back and see the pups for sure. So I don't really think we have too much on the itinerary today. What's the plans?
So I think we're gonna run downstairs. We bought these tickets last night for a jackpot, so we had to be present for that. So we're gonna quickly run down there, and then I think we're just gonna hang out for most of the day until we get into Victoria. And I think it was 7 tonight.
Yeah, like 7 or 7:45.
It's later, and then we have to be back on like by midnight. So it'll be a quick on and off.
Yeah.
But that's about it. We don't have many plans today.
Yeah, we got our engagement pictures taken a few days ago, so we're gonna go check those out and make sure they're worth picking up. But yeah, like I said, we're all packed up, ready to depart off of the boat tomorrow, and we'll be showing you a little bit of Victoria. Like we said, we don't really have too much time to explore there. It's one of those weird laws where you have to go to an international port. I'm not really sure what the reasoning is behind that, but yeah, we'll be taking you to Victoria, showing you around a little bit. Probably gonna hit the casino one more time, and maybe a hot tub if we're lucky. So yeah, final day at sea here before heading back to Seattle tomorrow morning. All right, well, thanks for stopping by and watching yet another episode of our Alaskan vlog. This is Maksim Outdoors, and we'll see you at the next stop. Hello, and welcome back to part 8 and the finale of our vlog through Alaska. This is Maksim Outdoors, and we are just wrapping up our 7-day cruise along the Norwegian Bliss. So, as they say, all good things must come to an end, and our short stay in Alaska was full of nothing but great memories and adventures we'll be talking about for years to come. We had some amazing weather, beautiful scenery, glaciers, waterfalls, wildlife, and more. It's one of those trips that will be hard to top in the future. But the Alaska vlog isn't over just yet. We still had one more stop, even though it was just for a few hours.
Alrighty, so one obscure cruise fact that many folks might not be aware of out there is any foreign flag cruise ship, such as the Norwegian Bliss, which is registered in the Bahamas, cannot benefit from sailing exclusively within U.S. waters for tax reasons. So, these foreign cruise ships must have one non-U.S. port on its itinerary. Alrighty, so after leaving Ketchikan the day before, the Bliss continued its journey back to Seattle. But before we could get back to the mainland, we'd be making our brief stop in Victoria, Canada, for tax reasons. The Bliss would be pulling into British Columbia around 8 p.m., and if you chose to venture off the Bliss, you were required to be back on board by midnight. So, if you were wondering why this stop seemed so out of place or rushed, thank taxes. So given the late time we'd be pulling into Victoria, it gave us ample time to pack up our bags and say our goodbyes to all of our new friends that we met aboard the Bliss. And of course, one last stop at one of our favorite spots on the entire boat, the Haven Bar. The sun began to drop over the horizon as the Bliss began to pull into the capital of British Columbia. We pulled into port right on time for a brief visit to Victoria. We chose not to do any excursions, instead heading out on our own. The goal was simply to go to the gift shops, get some video for the vlog, and visit a few of the Parliament buildings. And as always, here's a few fun facts about the port we'd be visiting. So, first off, Victoria is the capital city of British Columbia and has a population of 91,000. It's Canada's 7th most densely populated city. So, we just got done visiting the most southern city in Alaska, Ketchikan, last week, and now we'd be visiting the southernmost city in all of Western Canada, Victoria. The city is actually named after Queen Victoria, and Victoria is known internationally as the City of Gardens. There are around 100,000 different gardens spread throughout the district. So we departed the Bliss as the sun began to set and made our own excursion out of the night. We passed the inner harbor, made a few horse friends, and after a 20-minute walk or so, we arrived at the beautiful Parliament area of town, all lit up for everyone to enjoy. We ventured closer and closer to the heart of the city. Just about every building that we ran into was covered in beautiful lighting, and before you know it, we were at the base of the Capitol buildings, looking up and admiring their stunning architecture. After venturing to a few of the gift shops and one last look at the Parliament buildings, we decided to head back to the Bliss. It was a quick but enjoyable stop in Canada. Once back on board, we got the last remaining parts of our bags packed and we're ready to call it a night as the Bliss sped towards Seattle.
Alrighty folks, well, just a very quick look here at British Columbia. This is Canada. We are officially in now. Victoria. We just took a little stroll through town. Just over the horizon there you can see the Parliament building as well as downtown Victoria. So that's going to wrap up this video. It's probably on the shorter end. And speaking about ending things, this pretty much will wrap up the Alaskan vlog. So hopefully you all enjoyed it out there. We're hoping to do another cruise here in the future. So tell us where we should go. Maybe you're a cruise expert and would like to see us, head somewhere else. But yeah, unfortunately, we'll be heading back to Seattle and putting our bags on the plane and heading home to Western Pennsylvania. But that's not going to end the video series just yet. We're going to go home, talk about our favorite experiences, our favorite parts of the trip, and tell you, some of the highs and the lows. Was the Haven worth it? What we thought about it? Yada, yada, yada. So stay tuned for that. That should be coming out within the next couple weeks. And we'll see what Sam has to say. Anything you'd like to add?
No, it's been an awesome experience. As much as I enjoyed every single day here on the Bliss, I'm also very excited to get home to the pups. I'm sure they're super excited for our Sunday sleep-in party.
So yeah, that's gonna wrap things up here. Probably shoot a little B-roll of us going home on the plane tomorrow, but that's about it. No sense of making a whole episode about us just going home. So yeah, as always, Maksim Outdoors signing out. If you can, if you aren't, hit that subscribe button.
Yeah, leave us a comment, let us know your thoughts.
Like the video, helps us out with the algorithm, helps push the video so more people like you see it. And check us out over on Instagram and Facebook for some behind the scenes videos and photos. So yeah, signing out from British Columbia, Canada. Never thought I would be here on Maksim Outdoors, but here we are. And yeah, we'll see you next week with I guess the highs and lows of our trip. So yeah. All right, later.
The next morning, we were awoken to the sounds of seagulls, tugboats, and traffic as we pulled into the port in Seattle, which unfortunately marked the end of our trip. We said goodbye to the Bliss, hopped on a bus, and eventually made it to the airport in Pittsburgh a few hours later. Alrighty folks, well sadly that will wrap up the Alaskan vlog. We hope you all enjoyed it, and we definitely want to hear from all of you out there. If you want to see or hear more about our experiences, leave us a comment down below, whether you want to hear about the Haven or maybe the rail trip that we did a few episodes. Let us know. Seriously, we read each and every one of your comments and love to hear from each and every one of you. So that being said, thank you for all the constant support. It honestly means the world to me. We have recently just passed 5,000 subscribers, which is just, mind-blowing to me. So, yeah, we'll be seeing you back here in Pennsylvania next week. So if you missed the Pennsylvania State Park series, we're going to get back to that. Alrighty, guys. Well, we'll see you next week. Like I said, back in Pennsylvania. All right. Maksim Outdoors signing out.